Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
Hey guys, welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. I'm Travis. With me always is Bobo.
Hello.
How's it going, buddy?
Cool.
Well,
I'm fucking traveling for work this week. I'm in fucking Atlanta.
That's awesome. I don't care about anything that you say because you're not going to bring down my mood.
I wasn't trying to bring down your mood. I hate Atlanta, so.
Well, okay, but
but I won't bring down your mood.
No,
I'm sorry that I have to travel for work and I'm annoyed about it.
I'm really I'm stoked because I was playing a little Red Dead Redemption right before we started recording this.
Okay.
It's the little things in life for me. And I mean, and if you saw my dick, you'd know why. But what it is so I like to collect things in these games. And
you like to do the 100% completion on video games. I know that about you.
Absolutely. And I don't know why I find it fun, because the thing about it is, and I was talking to a friend of ours about this over the weekend. Like, it's not like I enjoy just like finding these things. Like, I look them up on the internet and go and find them that way. So it's just like,
oh, so you didn't even do it naturally.
No, it's just like collecting for me. I don't know why I like it. I don't know what I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I should go to a shrink and see what that says about me. But so I was doing the cigarette cards portion of it. And what I hate about some of the things in this game is you have to actually or not complete the game, but you got to progress to get into the new areas before.
So it kind of forces you to actually play the game as well, because you've got to get to the next area to get those next things you need to find.
Correct. And I don't like that, because I would rather get all the collecting out of the way and then kind of progress through the game. But so what makes me happy?
Play games in the oddest fucking way.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if the designers at fucking Rockstar are looking at your profile and following your every movement, because they track everything. Big Brother's always watching.
They probably
and they're like, what is this fucking jabroni doing to our video game?
No. They probably did it this way because I did it the same way during the last game, during Red Dead Redemption 1, and also I did it through Grand Theft Auto like that as well. Like, I like going.
So they designed the game just for you then.
I'm not saying that, because obviously they didn't, because I don't like how you have to move into the different into the different thing. However, with the cigarette cards, there's a way around that. You can go and buy packs of premium cigarettes in there, and they give you those cigarette cards. So right before we were getting ready to record, I was almost going to have to tell you that I'd call you in a couple of minutes, because I just got, I was buying cigarettes just so I could get these cards, and I bought the last pack, and it gave me the last card I needed. It was awesome.
Oh my God. You are a fucking degenerate.
Yeah, that's accurate.
This is also, for the audience, the same person who got upset when our friend Matt was talking, the voice of the podcast, Matt, was talking about the game on a group chat we have.
Yes.
The game's been out for 4 months, and Matt said something he thought might be a spoiler for the game. It was like, oh, don't read that. And Travis got annoyed that Matt was spoiling the game for him.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, listen.
It's been out for 4 months. You don't have to say spoiler alert after 4 months.
With a game like this, I kind of feel like you do, because
4 months.
You are the only one that I know. Oh no, that's not true. We have two friends, you and somebody else, that actually had played through the. Oh, did Andy then? Then we have three.
Yes.
That actually played through the whole thing. The other friends that I talked to about this game are doing it the same way I am. And
it's 4 months.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna take me probably another 2 months to get through this game, I would guess.
The best part about that was that you just decided to mute that whole chat, even though you don't even play the game we were talking about in that main chat anyway, so I'm not even sure why you're in it. But that's fine.
Because
the other part, though, is the spoiler wasn't true.
No, well, so I realized that after he said something about it. But the problem is, I hate spoilers in anything. I hate spoilers because then I'll just be thinking about that the entire time.
I know you do, but I think after 4 months, you can't get upset when someone says something randomly like that. It wasn't like he was trying to do it on purpose.
Yeah, but he knows. I'm not going to give him a pass on that one because it's not like I
think that you got to give 4 months, Travis. That's on you, not on a random person who can't remember you're still playing the game.
But that's not what that chat's about. Like, I mean, at least no, it is.
But it can come up in general conversation. It wouldn't matter.
Here's the reason why why it's on him, because he knew what he did right away. I didn't even have to say anything, and
that's true. But at least he tried to correct it.
And he
did
knew
try
what
to
he
stop
did
you from
right
seeing
away.
it.
So while I'm not mad, I'm obviously.
I thought that was a sweet move. I'm proud of him.
I'm not mad at him at all, but yes, that is like he knew what he did. Like there's no reason to do it. Yeah, and I muted that chat. I mean, I still check that chat every once in a while. I don't play video games with you guys anymore as much as I did because A, my internet's shitty, and B, you know, I'd much rather sit around and play Red Dead Redemption. However, I'm guessing there may be a time when we all play Red Dead Redemption online. However, I don't know.
I've played Red Dead Online, and I have no interest in going back.
That's fine, but you're not the only one in there.
It's not true. None of them. They've all played it. It's not nearly as fun as the regular single player game. It's very glitchy and buggy still.
Is it? Yeah, I would imagine that. Like, and that's why I'm not in any rush to get to that. But yeah, I was not upset about the spoiler, but yeah, I fucking hate that so much.
My favorite part though is so Matt texted the spoiler, and he thought he was close to the end of the game because it's like at a dramatic point in the game,
right?
And he's like, "Oh, it has to be near the end of the game because this happened." And he told me what happened, and I was like, "You're not anywhere close to the end of the game." And he's like, when he starts texting me privately because we got off the chat so you wouldn't see it anymore,
right?
He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Bro, you're not close to the end of the game." He's like, "Well, how far am I?" And I was like, based on what you told me, I was like, "You probably got about 40% left."
Dude, I mean,
and he could not believe it. He's like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me."
Here's the thing. How is that? Like, he has a percentage. Like, the game gives you a percentage of which you were.
He must not have been looking.
I guess.
I'm going to ask Matt if he looked after I told him that to see what his percentage was, because he could not have been anywhere close to as far as he thought he was.
Because I'm a little like, I look at that percentage and I get kind of sad. Because, like, I'm like 58.1% through. Now, that's probably because I've completed like all the challenges, is all.
No, because you have two completions. You have the story completion and the other stuff. The story completion is not affected by that.
Well, the percentage of when you save it is, because mine goes up.
There's a separate percentage for the story alone, isn't there?
Not the one that you should see every time you play. Like the one that you see every time you play is when you save the game, and then there's a percentage next to it. And that one is...
no. There's another screen you can see just the story percentage.
Oh, yeah. See, that's he probably didn't see that. But anyways, I feel like we've gone astray with the Red Dead Redemption talk. But
that's fine. I thought it was funny that you're upset about spoiler from 4 fucking months ago.
No, I mean, I can understand what you're saying, but like from what people were telling me about this game, it gets very emotional soon. It gets pretty dark, and I'm pretty excited for that. So like... Yeah.
Let me know when you get there. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I can't wait. What I need to find out is if I'm pretty sure I can find out how many hours I put into this game, because that's what I want to find out.
Don't worry, your year in review is going to tell us next year.
Because Jeremy, our friend Jeremy, who's been on the podcast, he thinks that he's put in somewhere around 100 hours in this game already. So,
that doesn't seem like that much.
That's a lot.
I bet you put in at least 3 times that.
I don't know about that, but I'm curious. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Oh, here's the other funny part. So I'll peel back the curtain just a bit. Whenever we record these podcasts on Tuesdays, okay?
Yes.
And a lot of times when we record this, the Penguins are playing now.
Because you scream a lot.
And but so before the episode or before we start recording, I'll turn on the pregame and watch whatever I can. Then once we record, I turn it off, and then after we're done recording, I try to turn the game back on. So that happened last week as we were recording. after
Right.
after after we were done recording, I was like wrapping everything up, and I was watching the TV a little bit, and I was like, what the fuck is that on the corner of my screen? And the TV I have down in the basement where the podcasting stuff is a TV that Uncle Hare gave me when he was moving to LA, and it's a Samsung Plasma TV. So I look a little closer. It's the meters on Red Dead Redemption.
What? They're burned in?
They burned into the screen.
You've got to be kidding me. You have a screen burning in 2019.
Yes. I honestly, I don't know how that's possible.
You had to have played like hundreds of hours, dude. There's no way you get a screen burner from on. Oh my God. That's ridiculous.
But the thing about it is, when you pause the game to like go to the map or whatever, that shit goes away. So
Yes.
like, how the fuck did that happen?
Wow.
But yeah.
That is wild, dude. It's like 1980 in your basement.
Yeah, seriously. Listen, welcome to Plasma TVs.
That is wild. Wow. All right.
Yeah. All right. You want to move on to a little fan? Well, no, we got some voicemails to play.
Before we move on to Fantasy Movie League, we have a bunch of voicemails this week. Thanks for calling in 747 banging.
Yes.
And we enjoy the voicemails. We say we play them if you call in, so we're going to fucking play them. Which one do you want to start with?
We are going to start with MC. Our pal MC called us. So
Okay.
Here we go.
Hey guys, it's MC. I just want you to know that Travis fucked up the chip bracket royally. This is how the chip bracket goes. Round 1, I don't give a fuck who's in the fucking match. Doritos show up and crush the competition. They just go full on heel and crush every other match. And just by the second round, Doritos are just sitting there by themselves, all the different flavors, hanging out, having a good time. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That's how the chip competition goes. Doritos beat everything. Not even in competition. They just show up and kick ass and ruin it all for everybody else. Also, David Letterman kind of sucks.
Brilliant voicemail, MC.
So I have to agree with him on the David Letterman part, and I agree. Doritos are great. I think you kind of messed that up, Travis.
Wait, where did Doritos go out? Do you remember? Because I don't.
I think second round. I think they went out pretty early.
Because
your chip bracket got very wild very quickly.
I don't think that I really shit on Doritos at all. In fact, I think
We're voting for Cheetos and Fritos. I would pick Doritos over both of those. So somewhere you messed up.
Yeah, I think I'd pick Doritos. I think I'd pick Doritos over Fritos. I'm not picking Doritos over Cheetos. Like, I don't care. You guys can shame me all you want, but this is what I like.
Also, as a side of this, the Levitard show, Dan Levitard show.
Yeah.
All like last Thursday and Friday was talking about snack foods and chips and stuff, and like their all-time Hall of Fame chips and stuff.
Yeah,
because it was a slow week and Dan was off, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me! The one week we talk about snack foods, and then Levitard show just talks about it for 2 days straight.
They fucking ripped us off, man. We're filing.
They did, man. They ripped us off. We'll take our royalty checks at pwthepodcast@gmail.com. Send them right there.
Yes, please. We don't have Venmo.
We accept PayPal.
But anyways, all right. So we got another one here from Derp to Derp. We'll take a listen to that one.
Yeah, this is Derp to Derp. Just wondering if Travis, while he's watching David Letterman, is sitting there in his moo-moo and curlers late at night just trying to stay awake. Because, Letterman's terrible. Second, calling all Prestige Worldwide listeners, be on the lookout for Oreo Most stuff. They supposedly exist. And I'm not talking about Mac stuff. I'm talking about Oreo Most stuff. Articles on the internet about this mythical beast, supposedly available at pretty much all big stores. Cannot find them, and I need to find them. So if you've seen these, please call in the podcast and let me know where I can find these delicious treats. Peace out.
What is this? What does voicemail turn into? The Craigslist misconnections?
Curlers.
We're looking for most stuff. Wow.
Yeah, so the most stuff, the Oreos that came out are apparently not like in every area.
Okay.
I don't. So they're hard to find in some places apparently. And Derp to Derp, I guess, can't find them.
Well,
So if you have a most stuffed Oreo sighting, feel free to call in and let us know where it is, and we'll pass it on to Derp. He'll listen. We'll play the voicemail. Don't worry, it'll get to him. I promise.
also you can email us at pwthepodcast@gmail.com pictures of you eating them and just taunting Derp to Derp.
We will post them on the website too, and on the Instagram and the Facebook and the Twitter, all at PW the Podcast, and we'll just spread it all over the place. So you eating most stuffed Oreos.
I just put them on my grocery list to see if we have them at my local grocery store. So
Perfect. All right, we're gonna find out. I'll do the same.
They've got to be on Amazon. No.
I'm gonna go look here in Hotlanta. As soon as we hang up, I'm gonna go find them.
There you go. Yeah, because you got nothing else to do.
I got nothing, dude. Nothing else to do.
All right, and our final voicemail. Here we go.
Yo, West Coast Pet again. Calling to create tradition, hopefully, of the weekly winner of the Fantasy Moving League calling to gloat at Bobo. So first of all,
God
congratulations to Travis and Andy, who had the similar foresight to choose us as the first pick, therefore ensuring their prominence on the leaderboard. Second, Bobo, in your face! You talk the talk,
Fuck.
but in the end, results speak louder. Peace!
Excellent call.
What is with this saying peace out and peace nonsense? Was it 2005 again?
Well, if it was, they would love Letterman, but apparently they don't.
No, Letterman's 85. Get it right.
Anyways,
I was right about that, and someone backed me up on it. So fucking perfect. Actually, and MC doesn't like him either. Everyone agrees with me. 2, you cannot deny the power of Jordan Peele at this point.
yeah, I mean, yes, I agree. It was going to be. It was. I was surprised. I was kind of surprised. There were some people that were predicting it larger than what was it, 70 million that it opened up.
Yeah,
at? Yeah.
I got it wrong. But before we move on to Fantasy Movie League, the third point from that voicemail is fuck you, Big Red. Results. Talk about results, motherfucker. We got one win. One lucky fucking win. You're talking about results. I'm a fucking veteran of this league. You can suck my dick from the back.
I like that because you're recording this from a hotel room, you can't get loud. And it's very evident in your voice.
It's very evident. I'm trying so hard right now. And it's going to come out, and they're going to call security. I'll have to fucking find another hotel.
Fuck off. I'm recording a podcast.
Yeah, I got shit to say. Fuck you.
I got shit to say, and people want to hear it.
All right, moving on to Fantasy Movie League, because we're going to take a nice spin in there. We got to talk about Androids.
Yes, we do.
I don't even care about the results this week. Fucking Androids has made his play, and if you'd like to know what it is, you're going to have to join the Fantasy Movie League, because Androids apparently knows me in real life, because he used my real name.
Yes.
He changed his username in Fantasy Movie League to be, hey, blank, suck my dick, comma, blank.
Yeah, hey,
blank being my real name.
Hey, Bobo,
So
suck
if you want to know
dick,
my real
Bobo.
name, what?
Yeah, no, that's what he's saying. Hey, Bobo, suck my dick, Bobo.
Oh, yes, but use my real name.
Right.
But if you want to know what my real name is, I'm not going to ask him to change it. I don't care. But you have to go play to find out. So it's fantasymovieleague.com. The league is Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, and the password is Travis Bobo. It's all one word, all lowercase.
Right.
So come join if you want to see what my real fucking name is, if you really care. And Androids, since I now know that you know who you are, you have in the what's that guy's name in Princess Bride? The Sicilian.
The
The dude who does the wine, the poisoning, the third challenge with
isn't it
with
Mandingo Montoya or something like that, or what? I don't know.
That's the fence
Domingo
with Inigo Montoya.
Oh, okay. And who do you think it is? Or who you?
I'm just saying. No, I was trying to make a reference to Princess Bride. That now that you've given me a piece of information, I know everything I need to know now. By deducing what I know about Androids, I'm going to figure out who he really is.
You can't even remember the reference you're trying to reference.
My mind is not as solid as it once was. All right, that's also a really deep pull. Give me some credit.
No way. Yeah. Anyways, and Bobo, in his infinite comedic wisdom, decided to change his to "fuck you, Androids, you anonymous bastard." That's the best you can do.
I want to challenge Androids to give me another clue. Change your name again. Give me another clue. I just need one more clue, and I'm gonna figure it out.
I say don't. You know what? Okay, give him another clue. Give him a wrong clue. and let
Travis,
him,
God damn it.
let him just twist in the wind and just simmer in this awful feeling that he'll never know who Andres is. But
I'm going to find out at some point. Also, I assumed it was Andy based on how he phrased it. If Andy was not already in our league, I would have assumed it was Andy. Because the way he said it was perfect for how Andy would make an insult to me.
maybe it is him. Maybe it's his second league.
If Andy is playing 2 accounts in the movie league, I feel bad. I feel sad for him. And his whole family.
So just to recap, Big Red won this week. I came in second. Frank came in third. Andres came in fourth. Bobo came in fifth. Tim came in sixth. Derp to Derp is seventh. That's sad. And Andy came in
that's great.
eighth. I'm guessing Family Fun Time, it didn't play? Or
no,
maybe
he played.
That's your play? Wow.
That was his play. Yeah, he texted me later and he said, I made a mistake.
Yep. I mean, that's that. I have very little room to talk, but wow, that was bad.
No, you had a good week. You can talk this week. There's actually a pretty big spread between all the people this week. The only people that were close together were Andres and I at fourth place. We were separated by a couple $100,000. Everybody else is like $4 million between places. So it was a pretty wild week.
Yeah. So, well, that's so that makes Big Red on top now.
God damn it.
And Andy in second place, and Bobo is in third place with
climbing back, baby.
Derp to Derp in fourth. Andres is in fifth. Tim's in sixth. Frank's in seventh. Family Fun Time still beating me, so I have very little room to talk. And I'm in ninth, and then Big E has stopped playing.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
Well, way to go. Listen, nobody can put in less effort than me, and you still can't do this. Come on. But
I will say that this is starting to consume my entire life.
Oh God, I
know March Madness is out and I have a bracket right now and stuff, but I'm paying more attention to the movie league than March Madness, which is not good because my bracket in the March Madness has reflected that. If I didn't have one person playing in this league this year that doesn't know anything about college basketball, never played before, and picked his teams at random, I'd be in last place.
Well, that would be me. So I don't know how I'm doing. I literally don't have a way to look it up.
Oh no, you're fine. There's a guy, our friend Needle Dick is well in last place, and he will probably end up in last place. So he better start getting his talent show skit ready and his crazy, ridiculous outfit that the winner's going to pick for him.
All right. Well, I mean, I would assume it's just going to be a shirt with his name Needle Dick on it.
But, no. It's going to be like a furry costume.
All right. Well, I want to see. Can I get into? I'm trying to see if I can get into our fantasy or our brackets because
I'll get it to you later.
Again, well, I just want to see how. Am I beating you?
Oh yeah, I'm second to last place.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not doing so hot because I'm spending more time with this fucking movie league. It's consuming my fucking entire being. Anyways, fantasymovieleague.com, Prestige Worldwide, the podcast is the league, and the password is Travis Bobo. Let's move on.
Do you want to move on?
We got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
I think. Travis and I both brought in stories this week.
No, wait. No, that's not what we're moving to next.
We not? I'm fucking up bad, man. God damn.
This is why we write things down. So we need to do the voting on the brackets from last week.
Oh, yes. You're right. We need to do last week's brackets. We need to decide the winners.
Yes.
So let's talk about the Condiment bracket. The Condiment bracket final was the first final we had.
Yep.
I thought that was a pretty solid bracket. There was ketchup, mayonnaise, 2 classics, 2 heavyweights, just pounding it out.
Right.
But by a deciding margin, over 70% of people picked mayonnaise over ketchup. I
am not surprised at all.
I'm a little surprised it wasn't closer. I mean, mayonnaise and ketchup, like 70%, 70%.
Yeah, I feel like more people put mayonnaise on like sandwiches and shit than ketchup.
Yeah, I think it's more versatile. I think mayonnaise goes in more things. I agree, but as a condiment, I don't know. But again, you know what? The people have spoken. Mayonnaise is the superior condiment.
That is true. That is true.
You know what? Can't argue with the people, right? The voice of the people. They've spoken.
So what is your vote in that one?
I voted mayonnaise, even though I also love ketchup.
I also voted mayonnaise.
Okay, well, we're on the same page there. So let's move on to the bracket MC's got a problem with, the chips bracket, where if it was up to MC, it would be Doritos, and he doesn't care who second place is.
Right.
But we don't have Doritos because Travis fucked up.
Why don't you whisper
So
that?
we have Cheetos versus Fritos.
Why don't you
would
keep
like-
fucking
what-
whispering, you ASMR motherfucker?
Oh, the gauntlet is thrown. And the voting here is closer, but not that close. Cheetos pretty resoundingly beat Fritos, 7-4.
Right. Although let's just do it this way though. So the condiments bracket, 8 people voted. In the chips bracket, 10 people voted. So 2 people couldn't be.
No, it's 9 and 11 because I'm voting right now to find out the results.
Okay, but
I
2
save my
people-
votes for last.
2 people couldn't be bothered to vote for
Some
the
people
condiments.
had more strong feelings about chips.
I bow out. That condiment bracket offends me. I will not be voting this week.
Or maybe they thought it was such a slam dunk that one was going to win, they didn't even need to vote.
That's
That's
true.
the problem.
All right, let's move on to the comedian.
That's how things happen in America, by the way. Just saying. I'm not saying what things happen, just that things happen. Anyways,
Just
the
saying.
comedian bracket, Dave Attell versus Nick Kroll.
Yeah.
This is a tough one for me, and the audience, not so tough. Nick Kroll wins 6-3.
Are you throwing in your vote
Yes.
on that one? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, my votes are in these also. I like Dave Attell a lot. I respect him a lot as a comedian.
Right.
Nick Kroll, though, everything he touches is gold.
I agree, but I still voted for Dave Attell because I like him, and I'm kind of thinking on this one stand-up comedian. I know I didn't put that down, but so I went with Dave Attell.
Okay, fine. Now, the last bracket, the cereal bracket, we had Cookie Crisp versus Apple Jacks, two powerhouses in the sugared cereal industry. And the voting again, though, not that close. Apple Jacks wins 6-3.
This is the upset for the ages.
So I'm assuming, Travis, you voted Cookie Crisp.
No, I voted Apple Jacks.
But then why did you think it was an upset?
Because I honestly thought everybody was going to go Cookie Crisp. Apple Jacks won?
I voted Cookie Crisp, so.
That doesn't surprise me. Listen, this one could have gone either way for me, but I went with my gut. I went with Apple Jacks, and I'm really surprised that everybody did.
Well, thank you guys for voting. We appreciate it. We appreciate the outpouring from the community. We got more votes than we ever have, which is fucking great, I guess. Yay. And I hope you guys enjoyed the picture of the LAN party at the bottom of the voting.
Yes.
Did you not know that? So you didn't know that we actually brought our computers and stuff, huh?
I mean, I forgot. Now that I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's right. They did have big ass monitors.
It makes you realize how nerdy we actually were. I'm sorry.
Oh, I knew. Don't worry. I knew.
Nah, you get over it. Anyways, now can we move on to story time?
Yes, now we can move on to story time.
All right, we're going to move on to story time. I'll tell my story first.
Okay.
Because this is, and I will preface the listeners with, this actually happened. I am not embellishing this at all. I'm not using this for comedic effect. This is 100%, basically, I'm a documentarian. Is that the word? If you're doing a documentary and producing one? What are you called?
Documentarian.
Is that right? Okay. I'm a documentarian then, and this is what I saw. I walked over to Chick-fil-A yesterday to get dinner.
Right.
And I in line and I order, and there's a guy behind me. He's in his late 20s, early 30s, like that age. So definitely not a kid. Like well dressed, looked like a normal person, not like a deadbeat or a degenerate, which will be important in a minute.
Okay.
And he orders whatever, and then he asks the cashier behind the counter, like not jokingly but seriously, he's like, "How come you guys don't serve burgers?" And the cashier goes, "Well, because we're Chick-fil-A, we serve chicken." He goes, "Yes, but you guys are already serving bacon." So, she looks at him and she says, "But bacon's from a pig, not a cow."
Right.
And he looks at her and goes, "What?"
Oh, Jesus.
And she's like, and then she just didn't say anything. She looks at him. He goes, and then he goes, "Really?" And she says, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh."
Wow.
That actually happened. That real life, somebody thought that bacon came from a cow. Just in real life, in the wild. That randomly happened while I was sitting there watching it.
I mean, I'm not shocked that
How are you not shocked?
I'm not shocked that somebody didn't know that bacon comes from a pig. But but
what?
Honestly, that really does not surprise me at all. I don't know why it doesn't surprise me, but people are dumb, and there are a lot of dumb people in this world.
God,
But what surprises me in this story, and what I find fascinating about this story is it weighed on this guy's mind so much that he felt the need to ask the person working at Chick-fil-A, the person working the counter that has no say in what they serve at all.
True.
And odds are this guy has gone to Chick-fil-A probably multiple times, say 4 or 5 times, and has thought this question, but did not have the balls or didn't weigh on him enough to ask at that time. So
True.
I mean, I wonder how much of his day was consumed by, why don't they just serve burgers? They've got bacon. Why not?
Again, no idea. But I mean, I honestly, if you went and polled 1,000 people in the wild, like 1,000 adults over the age of 18, where bacon came from and where hamburgers came from, I'd be surprised if you found one person that didn't know the right answer.
I wouldn't be, because there are a lot of dummies out there.
I gotta find out. I gotta start asking around. I gotta find out how many people in America don't know that bacon and steak come from 2 different animals. I gotta know what the percentage is so I can avoid them forever.
And if there's somebody out there listening to this podcast that didn't realize this, I'd like you to make up a fake email account and just write the word bacon in the subject line, because I would just like to know if there's somebody out there that didn't know it.
Yeah, don't use your real one though, because if you use your real email address, I'm going to never let you hear the end of it.
Yeah, but so that's why I kind of want it, because I want to figure out if there's
no one's going to email it. No one's going to be too embarrassed to make an account to tell us that. Because if you're dumb enough not to know that, you're too dumb to make an email address.
That's true.
So, but all right, what's your story?
All right, so the other day I'm on a fairly popular road in my town. Okay, and it's a 3-lane road. However, there's stoplights every so often, so like the speed limit's like only like 40 miles an hour, but people go pretty fast on this road. Okay. And I'm sitting in the turning lane to make a left-hand turn, and there's 3 lanes to my right. And I also, to my right, at the coming across those lanes, I see an ambulance with its lights on and honking its horn, like it's trying to get through the intersection. So I'm watching this, and the far lane stops, the lane next to me stops, and that's when I lost my view. But then I look to my right, and I see this tractor trailer come barreling down, and I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna hit this ambulance. And yeah, so it did not happen. The ambulance was not hit by the tractor and trailer. But my first thought when I saw this was, God damn it, I can't see it. I'm gonna miss this.
What?
Dude, I shit you not. Like I was like, God damn it! Like, this is a once in a lifetime kind of thing, and I'm gonna miss it. Like I'm gonna hear the aftermath, but I'm not gonna actually see it.
You're such an asshole.
But I will say, like I basically live in a Bugs Bunny world where nobody gets hurt. I wasn't actively looking for, carnage and to see like blood and shit all over the place, literally. But I realized, like, I was like, God damn, I'm gonna miss it. Oh, that's probably the
right thought to
Nope.
have. That's not the first gut reaction you
No.
want. Is I'm going to miss this.
No, it shouldn't be. I'm happy that everybody's okay. That was narrowly missed. But yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, damn, I'm a terrible person.
You should just go watch a NASCAR race.
And then there's not enough wrecks in there. That's not enough wrecks to time ratio. Like I'm not going to put because
Your complaint with NASCAR is not that it doesn't do anything for you because it's not exciting or interesting. It's because there's not enough wrecks.
right, yeah. So let's say there's a wreck in every
Wow,
other.
that's take that criticism to NASCAR officials.
Well, I mean, let's put it in perspective. Let's say there's a wreck every other race. Okay. And a race probably takes, 4 hours, 5 hours to watch?
3 hours, 4 hours, I guess. I don't know. I haven't watched NASCAR in, ages.
Let's say 3 hours. Let's go on the low
Sure.
side. So that's 6 hours just to see one wreck. That's not a good ratio for me.
Yeah, but you've gone your whole life without seeing one, so at that point, it's a much better ratio than what you're batting at now.
Wait, are you talking about going to an actual NASCAR race?
I don't know. Whatever does it for you. You've got
'Cause
this weird fetish. I'm just trying to help you out with it.
Because I've seen one on TV before.
That doesn't count. It's not in person.
Right? Yeah. I've gone to sprint car races and I've seen some wrecks there.
Have you never seen like a real like accident on the highway or anything like in real time?
Have I seen an accident in real time? I don't know that I have.
Huh.
I don't think I have. I think I may have seen something like out of my like rear view mirror, but like nothing that's happened like right in front of me. And I'm sure if something as horrific as a tractor trailer barreling through an ambulance, I'm sure that would scar me on some level for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I think you would remember that. That seems like a memorable event.
What if I just drove off so I didn't see the actual repercussions of it? Like just peeled off like, oh, I'm getting out of here before I see a dead body.
You're like that dude at a bar who sees like a bar fight about to happen. You're like, well, I don't want to have to give a statement. So you just get up and leave.
Oh God, no. If I was about to see a bar fight, I'd stand there and watch. Good God.
Oh, really? No. See, I've been there have been times I've been out in the bar and like you see two bros, like peacocking out, you know what I mean, puffing their chest up like they're ready to like go at it, and I'm like, well, I don't want to be giving a statement in an hour and be out here late, so I'm out of here.
Oh no, that's well worth it. Now to see some dude get his ass kicked, that's well worth it.
I don't know, man. I saw a guy once get knocked out cold playing basketball, and that did it for me.
That was it. That was too traumatic for you.
Well, so people don't understand like fights that happen on TV or whatever. They're not like in real life. Okay, in
Right.
real life, fights last like real fights last like there's two kinds of fights. There's a fight that lasts 3 seconds because you throw 2 or 3 punches and someone hits one and that's it.
Right.
Or there are fights that you see like those giant scrapes and scuffles where there's like a million people, but no one actually gets in good punches. So they all just keep circling and they're throwing like these wild haymakers and grabbing each other. No one actually hits anybody.
Yeah.
So they seem like they last for a while, but no one actually gets that hurt because no one's actually hitting them that hard.
Right.
Those are the only two kinds of fights you have, though. Fights where literally it's like the Stormtrooper effect where no one can hit anybody because they're all too pussy to actually try to hit someone. Right. Or someone gets hit and then the fight's over. Because in real life, bare knuckles hitting your face means you're knocked out. Well, I'm serious. Like, that's what happened. So I was playing basketball, pick up basketball, and someone got fouled hard, and they didn't like it, and they turned around and decided to throw down, and it lasted 1 punch because the guy hit the dude, knocked him out standing up. Like, he was out the second he hit him standing up, and the dude fell straight backwards and cracked his head open on the court, and blood was everywhere because his head cracked open.
Right. See now,
and that was enough. I was like, I don't want to see that ever again.
Yeah, I kind of think that would be enough for me as well. I'm more into like and I say into
this is your new kind of porn.
This is my other fetish. I'm more into seeing like 2 drunk dudes who can barely stand up just swinging.
So, okay, right, because then they kind of tackle into each other and they're rolling around on the ground and stuff,
Right.
and they can't even throw punches hard because they can't even look straight.
Yeah. So
That's funny.
That is
until
funny.
they hit someone by accident, and then it's over because you're drunk already. You get hit in the face once. That's it.
Did you see the video that I saw pop up the other night of the girl that her boyfriend? I don't know what they were at some sort of event, and the bouncer like tackled her boyfriend, and she like kept like going after the bouncer and was like, get off him. Finally, she kicked the bouncer, and this is like a petite little girl, knocked him clean out.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, and the boyfriend got up and ran away.
Oh, of course, but it's on video, so they probably got caught later.
All the video was well, at least the one that I saw. I'm sure there was some from the other angle, but all the video I saw was like from behind, so you couldn't tell who she was.
So you couldn't identify her.
No, she just kicked the dude and knocked him out. If I can find it, I'll post it on our website.
Kicked her head. I don't care if you're a little girl. It'll bust you up, man.
Yeah.
Cool. That's got to be embarrassing. That dude's gonna wake up and be like, "You just got knocked out by like a little girl."
I hope that's not his first thought. I hope it's oh good, I'm okay. But
I don't think it will be. I think he'll wake up in a rage.
Maybe. Oh yeah, probably. Yep.
I mean, if you're a bouncer, that's like part of your identity, I would imagine. That's probably going to be a serious blow to his. I mean, I hope he's okay. We should probably call and check in on him, make sure he's doing all right.
You think he just quits?
Just send him an edible arrangement.
No, that shit's expensive. Fuck him.
You don't care that much about him.
I don't. All right,
that's fine.
Let's move on to this episode. Obviously, because you've been listening for 40-some minutes, we're just gonna keep going with random thoughts. And, we had
a lot of housekeeping this week.
I guess
we're gonna call this spring cleaning the episode. How do you think?
Is that what it is? That's fine with me.
Okay, I'm into that. It is springtime. Spring's in the air. I saw. Speaking of spring cleaning, so Rita's Italian Ice gives out free ice the first day of spring.
Right.
The one in my town, they closed like the parking lot because there were so many people.
Jesus.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever. I was so upset. They had this whole parking lot. They had police there, and they closed off the parking lot so you wouldn't drive in and hit people. Because there were so many people in the parking lot.
Where the fuck
instead,
are you supposed to park,
they made you park across a busy street. So people are just running across this busy street with all these cars driving now.
Oh my God.
As the police officers were in the parking lot and were just watching.
Fucking hate Rita's. Rita's
I wasn't going to. I was going to another building across the street from it. I looked at Rita's and I was like, "What's happening in the parking lot?" I was like, "Oh, first day of spring." And then I saw these people, like kids and families, stuff, like crossing this busy street to get to the parking lot that's been shut off, so people wouldn't hit kids. And I'm like, "Well, this isn't gonna work."
So you hit a couple of them?
I mean, just to prove a point, right?
Right? Yeah. See,
purely for science. I was so mad. I was like, "Do you think this is a better idea?" I was so mad at the cops. I was like, "Oh my, this is like." I mean, police brutality is one thing. This is just another, though. This is outrageous. We got to do something about this.
Nah.
I wanted to start a change.org petition.
You should have.
Really should have done something about it. You know what I mean? That really would have helped.
Nah, don't do anything. Just watch it happen. That's my motto.
No, okay.
But
guys, there you go. But you want to fill out a police statement. I didn't want to be a part of a police statement. I had to get out of there. I didn't want to be a part of filling out, a statement later. Like
right,
I said,
you don't want to be a witness.
Right, exactly.
All right, let's move on to our last topic before end times. Bobo, do you even know why you asked me to watch these two items that we're about to talk about?
Okay, yes, I do. So we're talking about some things on Netflix. We're moving real quickly.
Right.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on the Umbrella Academy first. I just wanted to see what you thought about it because it seemed very like the way it was shot, the whole story and everything seemed very, very weird to me, very unique. I guess weird was not the right word because it's not bad. It was just unique.
Really, it was unique. I honestly, I mean, the Umbrella Academy is okay for me. I thought it was okay, but I also thought it was very stereotypical, like superhero plot. Like,
I don't mean the plot. I just mean like the way it was shot and stuff. It was just interesting.
Oh yeah, like
I don't know. Yeah, the dialogue and like the action and like the pacing felt like a little more of a throwback, like a little slower on purpose, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, I like that aspect of it, but I'll tell you what, I think it's official. I am over superhero shit. Like,
yeah, you probably are. I figured you would be. You didn't see Captain Marvel, did you?
No, I have no plans to. And I will go see the next Avengers because I do actually like those movies. But after that, I want like a good 6 to 9 months break Like I don't want to watch anything fucking superhero. Like I'm now glad that Netflix canceled all of them. So like it's just I was talking to I was messaging with MC who left a voicemail earlier in this episode. It's just about how much shit there is and how like
there is a lot, man.
I'm just I'm over it. Like it's always the same. Like there's there's a group of people that can't get along, but there's something that's happening that makes them get along, and they conquer that problem. And there are some that's a simple explanation of the Umbrella Academy. It actually is probably really good. But I'd say
I wouldn't say really good. I thought it was good. I don't know if it's really good. I enjoyed it, and I'm not a big superhero genre guy, you know that. But it looked interesting and a little bit unique. Yeah. So I checked it out, and I'm not sad I did. I kind of liked it.
It was okay, but we got it like into like episode 5, and like I was like, man, just put it on. I'm gonna I was cooking or doing other shit while we had it on. I was paying attention, but I wasn't paying attention as much as something.
I'll tell you my biggest problem with that show is. Like they have a lot of a lot of those Netflix shows and these TV shows have a lot of second tier actors in them.
Yeah.
The problem is this show has a lot of those, but then they had Ellen Page.
Yeah.
And I felt like she dominated. Like when she was on screen, it was like, oh, I'm a pro and everyone else is an amateur, and that's how it came off to me as.
I don't necessarily know that I agree with you on that.
I felt like it was like sending Barry Bonds to AAA baseball to like clean up.
No, I mean the kid, number 5, the kid.
Yes, he was fantastic. He was the only other part that I thought was as strong as her.
He was amazing, and honestly, the entire time we were watching, I just kept thinking, what's going to happen when he grows up?
I was going to say that just now, dude. What's going to happen next season when he's like 3 feet taller? Because he's that age where kids grow very quickly.
Right? Yeah, but he like Mandy actually even looked it up how old he was. Because she was like, he plays it like an adult. Like, he's really, really good.
Is he actually an adult that looks that young? Right.
No, I think he was 15 or 16 or something like that.
Well, he was fantastic. He was great.
He was great. The, I don't know what, the other brother, the junkie brother, he was, I thought
he had a good role. I feel like it's easy to play like an insane person.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I really liked his acting job in it as well. I just
he was fun.
Yeah, I just don't want to take anything away, but like it's enough. Like
fucking stop it.
It really, it's like, and unfortunately, it's not going to happen because all this shit keeps making money, and keeps driving viewers, and people love it. But for some reason, I've hit the wall. So
yeah, I kind of feel. I mean, I've been there a lot longer than you. I'm not as big a fan of the genre in general, but
yeah,
I understand your frustration with the fatigue of it all.
But I don't understand like how you keep watching this shit. Like
I don't watch that much. You've watched more than me this year, probably.
No, I doubt that. Because you would watch more. You'd watch more superhero movies that you picked out than I did. Like we
watched the same number.
Huh? No. I mean, like before we started watching them.
Like, I hadn't seen any of them.
You saw Deadpool 2?
I saw Black Panther.
And you saw Deadpool 2? And I hadn't seen either one of those until it.
And I saw Infinity War.
I saw Infinity War. But still, I've pretty much stopped watching. And I'm sorry I slept on Deadpool 2 because it was amazing. But,
yeah, it was.
But I want to get your thoughts on Paddleton before we run out of time.
Okay. So, Paddleton, I've figured out the way to make a Netflix movie, by the way.
A Netflix movie?
If you want to start a company with me, Travis, where we make a Netflix movie and sell it to Netflix and make $1 million, I have the formula. I can do it.
Okay.
So here's what you do. And it's the same problem with that other movie. What was that movie I made us watch that was about the science with that chick on the moon, on the Earth that's like polluted and they can't breathe the air anymore?
I don't know. What was it?
Io?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was Io. There was that movie on Netflix that came out like 2 months ago. I told you about. I had like an amazing trailer, and I watched it, and I got duped because the movie wasn't that good.
Oh,
but the trailer looked amazing.
Oh, I never watched that.
Right, well, I did because I got duped into the trailer. The first thing is you have to have an amazing trailer, which will also work for Fire Festival, incidentally. You just got to have an amazing promo video.
I mean, that's not exclusive to Netflix. I feel like
no, it's not. But it's got to be the best. Netflix has the best trailers in the industry.
Okay.
I think, personally. And then all you need, Travis, you need to hire 2 actors. That's it. And all they have to do is talk for 90 minutes. And that's the movie.
That's it. That's all you need, huh?
That is the Netflix movie. Like, all these indie movies are exactly the same. You don't need to hire anybody else. You get some actresses from like the cafe down the road to be like, background people.
Right.
It's just 2 people. And they just talk for like 2 hours and the movie ends somehow.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the plot. You can write the plot, whatever. You don't need to hire like special effects. You don't need scenes. You don't need locations. You just need 2 people.
I can't tell you how much I don't care about this. But because what I wanted to know is, did you like this movie?
Is it possible to like something that's that sad?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Okay, then I liked it. It's fucking depressing.
Because it is depressing, and I really like the movie. I went into it a little bit biased because I love Mark Duplass or Duplass.
So do I. We both do. We were both biased the same way.
So like I really did like the movie, and I knew it was going to be sad going into it. So I was prepared for that. But I was
not prepared for it being not funny. I did not think it was funny at all. Not that it was bad. But it is not a comedy.
It's no. It's not a comedy. There's a couple lighthearted parts in it.
Yeah, the trailer shows like the only truly funny scene.
But and I'll be honest with you. I love Ray Romano. I've told you this before. I love comedians in serious roles because there are certain comedians that can really pull it off.
But again, we just talked about it. It's not a comedy because it's really pretty serious.
No, yeah, but he can pull off like a serious role, and I really liked him in this movie. But what shocks me is that you like this, because I would put this right up on the level of Manchester by the Sea.
No, Manchester by the Sea is way different. It's terrible.
No, it's not. It's not even that different of a movie. Like,
yeah, it's very different.
and so I honestly, after we got done with it, I was like, oh, I bet you Bobo hated that because it was basically Manchester by the Sea, the prequel. But
no, it's not. Manchester by the Sea is a terrible movie. It's like worst movie ever made. This movie is completely not like that movie in every way possible.
I'd say you put Mark Duplass in Manchester by the Sea, and all of a sudden you like it. I guarantee.
No, because I love Casey Affleck probably even more than Mark Duplass.
Well, I don't know because I am again. This isn't that different.
And watch Paladin with me too, and she agrees.
Yeah, you guys are both on crack because like it's not that different of a movie. And and again, I'm that's not putting it down or anything because I love the movie. But
I thought it's very, very different. But that's okay. You know what? I also don't know. I wish they would have showed more of how to play Paddleton in the movie. They barely even play.
I know. I want to try. I'd like to. I'm just gonna put this out there, and hopefully we can make this work because I'd like to get Mark Duplass to call into the podcast and do a quick interview with him because I'm fascinated with that game and how they came up with the idea for it. Because I'm sure it's like something that like he played when he was a kid or something like that. But
yeah, I'd like to talk about it. We'll try to get him on and talk to him about that. That's a good goal for us.
Yeah. So
I agree. But anyways, if you want to start a Netflix company, I've got the formula. That's it. All right.
That's it. Got it. All right.
Good.
$1 million idea.
Let's move on to End Times real quick.
Let's do that.
And then we're going to wrap all this fucking spring cleaning up. So, interestingly enough, article we can post one of the articles on the website. It doesn't really matter.
We're not going to post the article. You can just Google. We're not going to post the article. You can just Google everything. Like this is not going to be a small story.
Look at you trying to get out of doing work. I just wanted to post a link to a story. You're right. It's not going to be a small story because what happened is it Jussie Smollett? Is that the guy's name?
Jussie Smollett.
No, Jussie.
No,
Jesse.
Well, close. There you go. Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett. All right. Oh. So he was the actor in that show Empire,
right?
That was accused, arrested, and charged with staging a fake hate crime against himself last month and filing a false police report about it.
Yes.
It turns out that Tuesday, when we're recording this, they have dropped all the charges against him.
Right.
So
and it pissed everyone off.
Which is shocking because a grand jury is the one who indicted him. It wasn't like they just picked these charges out of thin air. They had a grand jury look over the evidence and decide there was enough evidence in the case to charge him with the crime. So then they charged him with the crime, and now the prosecutors are saying that Jussie Smollett is not in trouble. I guess.
Which is insane.
But interestingly enough, there's a lot of hidden things in this story that they don't really talk about on face value that I want to get into.
Okay.
So he had to forfeit his bond.
Okay. 10 grand.
So Jussie Smollett had to forfeit his $10,000 bond as part of the dropping, as an agreement for them to drop the charges.
Right.
And he also had to do community service.
No. He didn't have to. He'd already done community service.
Right. But they considered that in the outcome and the reason to drop the charges.
Which is horseshit, but okay.
Why is it horseshit?
Because it shouldn't be, just because you go and do something before you go to trial doesn't mean you get your charges dropped. Like, does that mean if like somebody gets pulled over for DUI and they start going to AA meetings? Okay, no big deal. You weren't.
So I should start going to AA meetings now just to be safe?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I was doing it before. Look at all the meetings I went to. I don't need charges now. I'm good.
Yeah, so I'm just curious though. So obviously people like, oh, they dropped his charges, but he had to do something to get the charges dropped. They just weren't dropped out of whatever reasoning. So what do you think about that? How does it make you feel that, okay, he had to give up $10,000, which is not a small sum of money?
That I honestly, the whole reason, $10,000 is not a small amount of money. I don't care. It's a $10,000 fine. That's exactly what it is. And for somebody, this was a national story that made out to be that he was the victim of a hate crime. That's not something to take lightly.
No, but now do you think that Jussie Smollett is innocent or guilty, or do you even have an opinion on it?
No, I don't think he's still. And honestly, I think that's why like the mayor of Chicago is so pissed off, is because he's out there still saying, "No, I'm innocent. I never did all this shit." When if you
the mayor and the police department are out there, they're like I don't know why they dropped the charges. They're not happy about it at all.
Right. If you didn't do this, why was there so much evidence for a grand jury to indict you? And then why did you forfeit 10 grand and do your preemptive community service? What was your community service? Because I don't buy that bullshit. I don't. His community service was probably doing a fucking commercial for the Boys and Girls Club of America.
it's Jussie Smollett advertising for Boys and Girls Club, right?
Yeah. Bullshit. It really is. This isn't something that I would say this is for all those guys out there, for all those men who get out there and girls lie because some girls, didn't, cried rape and they weren't actually raped. This should be just as infuriating for you for that in this case as well. Because it's the same fucking thing. You're setting back, you're setting back, I don't want to say a movement, but you're hurting a minority group of people when you pull this bullshit.
That's true. If he did it though, allegedly, we have to say the word allegedly now forever.
Sure, I guess we do have to say allegedly.
That kind of sucks though, doesn't it? I mean, if it's true that if the charges were accurate, it sucks we have to do that.
So
if he's innocent, then I guess it's good that justice prevailed. I don't know. We're never going to find out though.
If you allegedly didn't do it, then why did you give up 10 grand?
Hey, he doesn't have to answer that question. Right? He's not under charges. He's not under oath. He doesn't have to answer that question. Jussie, don't answer that, Jussie.
Jason Smollett does not have to answer that question.
He does not have to answer that question.
But it's just so like it's so infuriating. It's so I'm not a big fan of people. Here's a little
in general. Got it.
Not kind of. But here's a little insight into Travis. I'm not a big fan of people that do things on a big or small level, whichever it is, as cries for attention. Like nothing is more annoying.
Oh, you hate Facebook then?
Well, there are some people that do that.
They should just change the website address of Facebook to cryforattention.com.
But I'm pretty good at
In fact, I'm going to buy that website and I'm just going to redirect it to Facebook.
But I'm pretty good when it comes to Facebook to tuning that kind of shit out. Like for some reason it doesn't get it. But that's all this fucking was a cry for I need more money on my TV show. Then go out and be a better fucking actor.
Yeah.
Oh God,
now we can't. Now Jussie can't afford the $10,000 for acting lessons though, so that's a problem.
Good. Honestly, I hope this dude has to go and work a normal job now. I mean,
But he's yeah. But you know what? He's a free man. The juice is loose, right?
the juice is loose.
The juice is loose, but he's out there. He's out there now. Who knows? He could do this again.
He absolutely could. I mean, like,
or he might not because he was innocent and never did it in the first place. We're never gonna know.
So this allegedly cost him $13,500.
Yep.
So if he gets another fucking job, and Hollywood's has a short memory. I don't know. It's just crazy. I'm so shocked that it went everywhere.
Yeah, I don't understand why they just dropped the charge. I don't understand. If they had that much evidence, I don't know.
And if this was part of a plea deal, it
was not.
It honestly isn't, because it can't be, because nobody's.
They talked about that. Because he responded to a question specifically. There is no plea deal. This is not the result of a plea deal.
I don't.
They can say that with irrevocably. That it's not a plea deal.
Then why does he not get his $10,000 back?
I don't know if they're ever going to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. And, honestly, I think the city of Chicago should sue him for all the money that went into the investigation, for all the money that went into the prosecution.
I don't know if a city can sue in a civil court or not.
I bet you they can. You can sue a city. Why can't the city sue you?
You know what? I bet we're going to find out.
I hope they do. I mean,
you know what? We're going to find out. If you're an attorney, though, call in and let us know if a city can sue in civil court. I don't know the rules for that. I'm only an expert in bird law, and I've recently become an expert in moon law.
In moon law, huh?
My brother and my blind guitar player, he is an attorney. Maybe he listens to the podcast. You can call in and find out. We found out that there was no laws on the moon, so we decided we're gonna be lunar lawyers. And we're going to write a concept record about it in our band. So
I think you should. I think you should grab lunarlawyers.com right now.
Oh, dude! I should if I tell Uncle Harry, he's going to do it right now.
He should. Anyway,
the number is 747 banging.
747-226-4464.
We've gone on long enough. Go ahead and call in and tell us if you think that MC is right about the Doritos. I want to know what your opinion on Doritos are.
Yep.
Need to call in for Derp to Derp and let him know where you can buy the most stuffed Oreos. That's very important to him, apparently. He's very upset about it, and we got to help him out. So anywhere you're buying them, let him know.
We're going to do the poll of who brought in the best personal story.
Yes. Was it Travis's story about wanting to see an accident on the interstate or freeway or whatever road he was on?
Yeah.
Or is it Bobo's story about a man who thinks that bacon comes from a cow?
I'm curious about that one too. I'm wondering who, because I don't think either I'm going
to be asking everybody I know.
I
know. Hey, I meet someone new in the street. Hey, what's up? My name is Matt. What do you know about bacon?
But I don't think that this poll is a run. Like, there's not a runaway winner here. So I'm curious.
No, I agree. They're both curious because your psyche fascinates me, and it probably fascinates a good portion of our audience.
It should scare you.
I mean, I think your psyche is why NASCAR is popular.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because
and UFC, people just want to see like a tragic ending.
I guess.
Well, if you want to see a tragic ending, go watch Paddleton. Because Jesus Christ, I was not ready for that.
So a little update before we get out of here. Who was it that called in about the most stuffed Oreos?
That was Derp to Derp.
Derp to Derp. They're on Amazon. Just get on fucking Amazon.
Yeah, but they're real expensive on Amazon.
No, they're not. It's $17.50
for a box of cookies.
It's 2 packages. Yeah, just get on.
Dude, two packs of cookies for $17.50. That's Girl Scout cookie prices. You think they're Girl Scout cookie good?
Oh no! Wait! Prime Pantry has them for $2.98. Oh no! That's the mega stuff. No, that's the mega stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, right. That's how much they should be. A box of cookies should be $3 unless they're Girl Scout cookies, and then they can be $6.
Oh, here you go. Here's a yeah. That's pretty expensive.
All right, we're getting off track here. It's pwthepodcast.com, pwthepodcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the social media stuff. You can find us on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify. Just search for Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. That's all I got this week.
Yep, just keep coming in with those reviews. They help out. And
yes, the 5 stars, please. If not 5 stars, at least make it funny.
Yep, and we appreciate the people that keep commenting on our social media stuff. Keep reposting it. You guys are
resharing it. We appreciate the phone calls and all the messages. So keep them coming. We play them. We listen to them. We want to hear from you.
Just remember, someday when this thing is popular, you guys were on the ground floor, and you can say we sold out whenever more people like us.
Yeah, you'll be so awesome when you sell out. I remember those guys, and they were nothing. And we're like, yep, great. Weird flex, but okay. All right, thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next week.
See you next Thursday.